What's up, guys? Welcome to Red House episode 2. This is the final episode of my Wesker guide. Next episode, I'm probably going to be talking about Nemesis, though I haven't decided quite yet. So let's get started. Alright, the first move I'm going to cover is the Ghost Butterfly. This move is quarter circle forward medium, and it does a wall bounce. And just like the Cobra Strike, you can cancel into any of the Phantom moves by pressing their respective button afterwards. I almost always use this move near the end of a combo, because if you do it early on, your follow-up options are heavily limited. After landing a Ghost Butterfly, the best thing to do is a heavy Phantom move, Air Samurai Edge to Cobra Strike. You can do a Jaguar Kick after the Samurai Edge as well, but only if there isn't too much hit stun deterioration. Also, if you do the Ghost Butterfly against a cornered opponent, you can dash under them in S and then Super Jump, Air H to Phantom Dance. In many cases, you can relaunch the opponent after doing this, or Cobra Strike if you're feeling lucky, or reset the opponent with a Standing Light and then Air Grab. Attacking after the Phantom Dance in this fashion is not a guarantee, but this is the most likely way for it to happen. If you practice it enough and get a feel for where the opponent needs to be on the screen, you can pretty much always know when it will work, instead of just hoping it will work and whiffing the attack. Now take a good look at this animation, and notice how Wesker's arms are crossed over each other. Just like all his other moves, this move is identical to its Resident Evil 5 counterpart, except it doesn't do a wall bounce. Moving on to Wesker's command grab, the Mustang Kick. This move is half circle back, light, medium, or heavy. It comes out in one frame, and has the same damage but different properties for all three versions. The light Mustang Kick recovers one frame after the kick makes contact. You can just dash right out of it and essentially do a full combo as if the opponent were standing. This version of the move allows Wesker to do the longest combos afterwards, as it has the lowest hit stun deterioration of the three. The medium Mustang Kick recovers 10 frames after the kick hits. It shoots the opponent across the screen and performs a hard knockdown. Because this version of the move recovers 9 frames slower than the light version, you can't dash out of it quick enough to attack the opponent before they land. If you do it in the corner, however, you can attack before the opponent lands, preventing the hard knockdown. The hard knockdown adds some hit stun deterioration, so you can't do quite as much after this version as you can with the light. To compare, you can do this loop 3 times with the light version, but with the medium, you can only do it twice, unless you attack before the hard knockdown occurs, but like I said, you have to be in the corner. And as for the heavy Mustang Kick, it definitely looks the coolest of the three, but it's pretty terrible. It recovers between 10 and 14 frames after the kick makes contact, depending on how close you are to the wall. The farther you are away from the wall, the faster it recovers. And just like the hard knockdown in the medium version, the wall bounce adds hit stun deterioration and prevents the use of Ghost Butterfly later in the combo. The best way to land a Mustang Kick is to apply heavy block pressure to the opponent. They will most likely expect you to keep attacking and continue to block your attacks. Whenever you feel they're least expecting it, sneak that one frame grab in there and... This move in Resident Evil 5 is a little different because it's not a grab. You can only do the Mustang Kick if you shoot the enemy low, and they must be facing away from you. What's interesting about this is, although the Mustang Kick is a grab in Marvel, Wesker essentially sets up the same scenario before kicking the opponent. He shoots them low, makes them face away from him, and kicks them in the ass. And now the Rhino Charge. This hyper is a counter, which is done by pressing quarter circle back and 2 attack buttons. It counters any physical attack or physical hyper combo, and puts the opponent in the crumple state. This move has the same hit stun deterioration as Wesker's medium and heavy Mustang Kicks, so you can do a pretty decent combo afterwards, but you can't go all out. Aside from the fact that the Rhino Charge is not a counter in Resident Evil 5, it's otherwise identical to its Marvel counterpart. Wesker impales the enemy with his hand like a spear, and quickly pulls it away in disgust. Here's a special director's cut version of this move. And Last but definitely not least, my favorite of all Wesker's moves, the Jaguar Kick. In order to do this move, you must first do a Jaguar Dash, which is quarter circle forward H and then mash H when Wesker is close to the opponent. You can do a lot of things with Jaguar Kick. First of all, you can cancel it with Cobra Strike, which works extremely well for block pressure. Secondly, you can call an assist during the kick and then Cobra Strike. If you do this, it makes for some really nice block pressure and creates several mix-up options with many assists. You can also do a Ghost Butterfly after the Jaguar Kick, but only if Wesker's shades are off. You can do it with the shades on, but only if you use it with an assist that puts some height on the opponent. So why do I like this move so much? Anyhow, I'm pretty sure my use of Jaguar Kick played a big part in the success of the Maximum Wesker trilogy. I discovered that it was possible to do 4 Jaguar Kicks before using an assist, as well as some other ways of using it that were not previously seen. I call this technique the Redman Special, which is this series of moves, and it works against most of the cast. You can do it in this fashion against any of the characters listed here. With the certain 3 characters in the game though, you need to change it up just a bit. Instead of doing a crouching medium after the first Jaguar Kick, you need to do a standing medium in order to get the correct height for the third kick to connect. This version applies only to Captain America, Deadpool, and Thor. And as for the remaining 10 characters in the cast, the Redman Special is not applicable. Something else worth knowing is, depending on the condition of Wesker's shades, the Jaguar Kick will not connect on some characters when they're crouching. If you're using it for block pressure, the move properties are not the same as they are on hit with certain characters. Arthur, for example, Jaguar Kick will not hit him on crouch in any condition, but if he's blocking, it's the exact opposite. You can check out all the charts I made on my Facebook and eventually on my website. I also have this chart showing all of Wesker's frame data, color-coded to the condition of his shades. And just one last thing real quick. I would like to make a Wesker combo video featuring requested teams in the near future. If you have a team in mind that you'd like to see some combos with, either send me a Facebook message or a YouTube message, not a YouTube comment. I can't keep track of that shit.
Give me a cigarette. 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 Give me a cigarette.